Hi guys, it's Lisa here. I hope you're all really well. So today what I thought I would do is start to prepare to organise all of my inventory and bits and pieces to start my Heaven and Earth design diamond painting. So I chose the Witching Hour, which is a Lisa Parker design, so I'm doing the mini version of that. So I'll put the link below for the Heaven and Earth website for you to go and have a look at. And this kit I kitted up through Smith's Beads here in the UK, so I'll also put the link to their website and Facebook group as well. It's really simple process to go ahead and get one of these designs kitted up, and those guys will take you through everything, and within about a month or so you'll have your canvas and all of the drills that you need to go ahead and complete this. So I've actually got 86 colours in this design. So if you watched my previous upload where I have a kind of a chat through some of the things that I've learned recently as I've started the diamond painting journey, I've gone with these kind of plastic storage containers, so I'll link them below so you can have a look, and if you like them you can go ahead and order them yourself. But basically there's 30 different containers in each of these packs, and they've got screw off and screw on lids, which are great for stopping spills and also being able to keep track of the colour that you're actually working with. So I've got 3 of those ready to go ahead and start labelling up and preparing. Now these little kits came in, sorry, the little containers came in these like little cute bags with like the Ziploc, so I was thinking I could probably keep my spare drills in these little bags, so they'll come in really useful. So the plan is I'm going to use my Dymo kind of label maker to try and start labeling these up. So I'm going to go ahead and get that, and then we'll start the process. So I'll catch you in a few moments, guys. Hey guys, so I'm back now. The light has changed in the room, so just to apologise for that, because I went to get my Dymo label making machine and it was that long since I've used it. It was as flat as a pancake, so hence the lights change now. So what I'm going to do is start to just key in the numbers for the labels. I've already inputted a couple of the numbers. I just wanted to check that they would fit the containers and you know that it would be okay, and they seem to. So I'm just going to carry on inputting the numbers now. So I'm going to input each number twice. When I put my last video up of kind of what I've learned so far and the discussion around the containers that you needed, there was a lady that commented who goes under the YouTube handle of JB. Hi, so I'm not sure what her actual name is, but she advised me, she said it'd be a good idea to label the lid and the container as well, because to be honest I was just going to stick a label on the lid, but actually, do you know what, lids can become separated, you know, especially when you're in a confetti heavy area and you're switching out. So I'm going to print 2 of each off and stick one on the lid and one on the actual container. So I'm going to go ahead and start to key in the numbers. So the next one is 169. And I'm going to leave a couple of spaces, and then 169 again, and then we're on to 310. Our fave, there's nearly 17,000 of 310. Woo! Well, I'll be blacked out by the time I'm done, won't I? And then we're on to 315, and again. So I am just going to go ahead and carry on inputting these numbers, and then I'll come back when I'm ready to start putting them onto the containers. So I'll see you in a bit. So I'm back, guys, now. So I've got all of my labels printed off and ready to pretty much stick on now. So as I said, I was doing 2 of each, one on the lid and one on the side. I've decided to use my kind of sticker machine. I was thinking about buying the DMC numbers, and then I kind of remembered like the experiences I'd had in the past where I'd use the DMC like sticker numbers and put them onto the bobbins I was working with, and sometimes they stuck and sometimes they came off, and I'm always a little bit cautious where, you know, these are really sticky. So I'm just going to move those out of the way, and then I'm going to pull in the kind of the set that I'm working on. So I've done 159 so far, so I've got the number on the lid and then I've got it on the side. So I'm just literally going to go through kind of number by number and cut them out and stick them on. So it's just really, really simple, quite boring process. I'm not sure how long this is going to take me to do, to be fair. It could be several hours, I think. So I might not get this finished today. I've got a fair bit to do in the house. But yeah, I mean, this is just a case of unpeeling the outer layer when I can. So this is what I'm going to spend the rest of my evening doing, and then to be fair, I don't think the light will be good enough to film for much longer now, because I got interrupted again. So I've had a team of electricians in the house all afternoon, so I just nicely started the process of, you know, preparing, there you go, there's one done, preparing these, and then I got called down by my dad, who's doing all the worky things for me, and yeah, to tell me the guys had just arrived. So off I trotted and never got back up again. Too nosy and just sort of keeping an eye on what's going on. So it's all coming together well now though. And yeah, by the end of tomorrow I should have a fully functioning kitchen, I think. So I've just dropped that down there, haven't I? That's not very clever. Could just take the jars out, but that would make it too straightforward, wouldn't it? So yeah, I'm gonna stop filming now, because I don't think you want to sit around watching me put sticky labels on jars, do you? So there we go. I might put my iPod on and listen to an audiobook. I'm listening to The Stand by Stephen King. It's like 50 hours long. It's the extended version, so you know, I think by the time I've done this it will I'll probably be through the audiobook. So I'm going to go now and get on with the labelling, and then I'll come back at some point. It could be tomorrow, but in reality for you it'll be like literally a second away, and we'll have a look at setting up the drills and getting the canvas prepared for kind of me to work on it. So I'll catch you soon. I'll see you later. Bye bye. So I'm back, guys. So it took about an hour, I would say, to get everything labelled up. But what I decided to do was just put on each of the boxes, because I've got 3 of them, the witching hour, set 1 of 3, set 2 of 3, and 3 of 3. So obviously when I come to kit up one of my other kits that I got from China, I don't want these getting mixed in with the other kit. So I think that's worked out quite well. I've decided to go with the DMC colours, and in my previous kit I just put kind of numbers 1 through 17 onto the lids, which worked out fine. But then, I mean, although on the legend or the key of the chart I could have written the numbers, it just added another area of complication to it. So I think moving forwards for all of the kits now, I'm going to actually put their DMC number onto the kit, onto the container rather. I think it'll just make it a little bit easier for me. And then, to be honest, I've got a track of my inventory that I've already got. So if I decide that I'm going to kit up a cross stitch pattern and work that way, I know what colours I've got and how many of them. So I think that's probably going to be the best way for me to work forward, moving forward. So I'm going to go ahead now and get some of the drills out, and we'll start populating some of these containers. I'll speak to you in a bit. Now I was going to try and do these in order and sort of put the, I think the first numbers 159 in, but actually I'm just going to pull out of the long sort of sausage bag that I've got here with all of the drills in, and just do them in that order. So I've got a whole load of 3371 here. I don't know how many drills I'll get in each container, but we'll have a look at that. So I'm going to take out my 3371 container, just put that out of the way, and then we'll start cutting some of these down. I think I'll probably get a couple of packets in, I would say, at the very least, but we'll have a look and see. So I'm just going to cut along the line. Just double check it is 3371 before I go ahead and start cutting it. And so again, this is going to be another of those kind of laborious jobs of getting these guys in. Yeah, I think it's going to take at least 2 packets. That's a dodgy looking one. It's a malformed drill. Just cut again. So this is all I'm going to do and just get them transferred. So it's taken 2, I think. Yeah, I might get another one in there, you know. I think I'm going to push it and go for a third and see what happens. See if I can get 3 in. It's going to, and then that's like 600 drills, isn't it? It's going to save me having to keep retopping this up every few minutes. Yeah, it takes 3 of those comfortably. Yeah. So that's good. So that's my first container filled. Woohoo! 3371. A lovely brown shade. So that can go back into its little home. So yeah. So I'm just going to fold the rest of these bad boys back up into there. And then I'm going to, there they are. I've got these little Ziploc bags that I mentioned to you earlier. I'm just going to start putting them in like that, and then I will label up the bag as well so I know kind of what the project relates to. So I'm just going to leave that like that and put that out of the way, and then I'll obviously go to my next colour, which is 3799. But I'll leave you for now because obviously you don't want me to see me filling up all of these pots, but I'll come back when I've got everything prepared and organised, and yeah, I'll catch you in a wee while. I'll take care. See you soon. Bye bye. So finally I'm done. It took about a good couple of hours to get all of these transferred into the pot, so really pleased that I've got that out of the way and done. So there's a lot of black here, so I've got kind of 2 pots of black because I opened up a 500 bag, so I've just kept this one here as a little spare. But there's a lot of really nice colours. There's a lot of grey, obviously, as you would expect, and then there's a lot of oranges and yellows, flesh colours as well, browns. So yeah, I think this is going to look really nice. I think you know it's the same with all of the Heaven and Earth designs. I think the sheer volume of colour really does lend itself to the depth that you get with these, and the level of detail that you're able to get. It's just phenomenal, really. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this all starts to come together. So I also created, as I said, I was going to do a bag of spares, and I've labelled that up as the witching hour spares. So I've got all the extra drills that are not in these containers currently. However, there's a lot of the colours where, you know, there's only 1 bag required because there's not going to be that many in. I know there's one shade, and I'm not sure which one it is, where there's actually 1 drill used within the whole design. So, you know, there's going to be quite a few colours here where you've only got a couple of them actually in the design. But as I said, I don't really care. I just love the depth that you get with the Heaven and Earth design. So yeah, I'm going to get the canvas now and start preparing that and getting ready to get it set up. So I'll catch you in a few moments, guys. Bye for now. So I've got my canvas just in front of me here, and I've got some washi tape. So I got this. It was relatively inexpensive from Amazon. I'll put the link below. I think there's about 40 different rolls of different colours within this, so I just need to choose one for this design and just make sure that the edges are kind of protected for as I start working on it. So one thing I do want to check, now this design is 227 stitches, or would be stitches, wide. So what I want to do is just see how kind of many blocks I've got and sort of where I would want to be starting this. So I'm just gonna count across. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So there's 120, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's actually 128. Sorry, 228 wide. I'm just going to check the length of it. Bear with me one tick while I just refer to the pattern because I've forgotten how many. So 326. So I just want to see which way it goes. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So it's 100 and... how many did I say? 126, 120, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's they've like given you like a spare block of 10, so to speak. So I'm trying to think where I'm going to start this to get the best. I would be starting it right at the top where it says. So yeah, it's perfect in terms of size, which to be honest I was expecting it to be, but it really is bang on. So I'm just going to go and start taping up some of the edges and then sort of cut, because this is the actual sort of cover papers cut on the slant. So I'm going to select some washi tape and come back, and then I'm going to stick this up with you. So I'll be back in a moment. So I've gone for kind of this purpley shade. I was looking for something like Halloween, but there was nothing sort of with that theme within that pack, so never mind, we'll go with this one. So I'm just pulling back the protective cover paper now, just so far. I don't want it sort of pulled back too far, and I'm just going to put a line of washi tape along that top edge because there is a bit of sticky over, and one thing I have learnt is that like sticky hands, daisy fur, you know, all that kind of thing can really get stuck on that and make a bit of a mess of it. So I'm just going to bring it fairly close to the edge, not like touching it, just a little bit away, because if you get it too close and you place your drills, if you try to remove it, it can sometimes lift the drills on the edge. That's one thing I did learn from doing the enchanted rose piece. So I'm just going to snip that on the edge and just put that cover paper back. And then I'm going to come down this edge just a bit. I'm not going to go too far with it because I'll just tape it as I go. I'm not really too bothered about having it all the way down. That doesn't really matter because I just don't want to remove all of the cover paper really. And so I'm just going to get that reasonably snug up to the edge. Not too close, so I don't lift the drills. Perfect, I'm happy with that. I'm going to stick that back down. Lovely, and then I'm just going to do this other side now. Okay, lovely. And then the other job that I want to do is just cut the paper, the protective paper a little bit, and I want to cut it that way. So all I'm going to do with this is just roll it back probably to about there. That should be like a page, shouldn't it, roughly, give or take a block of 10. And then I'm just going to cut a little bit further and then just start cutting across now, and then I'll replace that on. I just want to be able to protect as much of the sticky area as I possibly can. It's not perfect, but you know, I don't really mind about that. I guess trying to line it up is going to be slightly more tricky than expected. But you know, such is life. There we go. So the kind of protective paper's now cut. So the reason why I wanted to do this is I am going to start in the left hand corner up at the top, which is something I didn't do with my enchanted rose. I started over here, which was it was okay, but I did kind of find I was sticking my hand on the kind of sticky graph paper as I was working, and I don't really want to do that. So the idea behind making the cut as I've done is I can sort of peel back as much of the protected cover as I want. I can also peel it back that way as well if I want to, depending on sort of where the colours go. I am going to work this in true heaven and earth design style with my iPad and you know, easy PDF in the way that I always do, and I will, as I start the process, show you exactly how I'm going to do it. But I have ordered a drafting table, but for now I'm going to work at my craft desk, and all I'm going to do is just stick with some washi tape or painter's tape the top edge to the table, and then I'm just going to sort of push the bit that's hanging sort of underneath and sort of attach it underneath the table so it doesn't get bent or creased in any way whatsoever as I work. So until that drafting table comes, this is how I'll be. So I will come back and show you sort of the process as I start to work on the canvas. And yeah, and I'll show you the drafting table when it arrives. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed the process. I mean, I certainly have. It's my first diamond painting heaven and earth. Really excited to get on and start it now. So I will catch you soon, guys. You take care. Bye.